Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live Live. And I think this is week number 7. I want to say it's been crazy how fast the weeks have gone and how much fun that I've had doing these live shows with you all. And if you're new, if you're just hopping on, you're hopping on to Live Live week 7 question mark. We're gonna see. But again, it's a time where we can meet in the middle of our week and have a pause, have a breath, get some refreshment, get some motivation. I've heard it said by a couple people, it's like their midweek coaching session and they feel like it's just for them. So, guys, I am so excited to be here with you today, with that same spirit of just meeting you right where you are, and just this is what Live Live is, just talking through what's going on in my brain as I'm creating content, what I'm realizing about the world right now through the lens of coaching, through the lens of growth. And I hope that it spurs you on this week. And so today's actually kind of funny. I had the absolute pleasure of getting a COVID-19 test this week. And give me a yes or raise your hand or oh, this isn't Zoom. So give me a yes in the chat or in the comments if you've had a COVID test so far. I've had 2 of them, including the one I had on Saturday. So this one was especially interesting though, and let me tell you why. So I'm at the Fair and Expo Center here in Louisville, getting this test, and there are cars lined up, and we're in line, and you have to wait until you get to the tent, right? So you get to this tent, and that's where you get your test, but you have to line up. I think I was like 40 cars deep sitting there, and they're ushering people. National Guard is there, and they're ushering people in. You have to keep your windows up, all this stuff. So I'm sitting there, and I finally get to where I'm the very next person. In the car in front of me, this nurse approaches. I mean, you all know we've done this for what, 10 months now or whatever. The gown, the face mat, the whole 9 yards, and she approaches the car in front of me and goes something like this with her hands. She starts digging into her little apron, and then she hands this guy in front of me like these supplies, and it hits me all at once. This is not a COVID test I've had before. That she's literally handing the materials to this man to do his own. This is a self-administered COVID test. So I like start feeling all kinds of things. And also, yeah, some people have had COVID tests. You get a bonus point if you've had a self-administered test. That takes a whole other different kind of person, and I was about to be forced into that. So it's my turn, and the nurse comes up to me at my window, and she says, "I'm gonna need you to pull way up here so that we can fit as many people under this tent as possible." So she said, "I'm going to talk with you about how to do this test while you're driving." So not only can I not read her lips and barely hear her, but now we're driving, and she's handing me things through the window, and I'm saying, okay, find where to park, and oh, okay, here I am. So then we get all my materials in in my car. I've successfully missed everything that she said. And then she goes, to make matters worse, she said, "Would you please roll up the window when you take your mask off so that we're safe?" And I said, "Well, sure, but I don't know what to do." And she said, "Well, I'll talk you through it." And I said, "Oh, okay, well, I'm pretty insecure about this whole thing at this point." And so I roll up the window, and all of a sudden she starts like, okay. So I undo the thing, and so I'm like copying her, and I'm figuring out what I can barely understand her. So I do the swabs, and she's like, "Okay, let's whirl it around, let's further back, this stuff." And then I go and twist the cap back on, and the cap falls into my mat in my car. And so, like, at this point, like, the integrity of this test is destroyed. Like, we don't know what's coming back. And so anyway, I give the vial back to her, and she told me good job and whatever, and I needed that. I really felt like I had earned that good job at this point. And I'm leaving, and I get this feeling. I am like feeling really confident. I'm feeling like really good about myself. Like, I just administered my own COVID test. Like, this is great. And then my next thought was something that, if you read the title of this talk and you're going, how is this going to connect? I started thinking about being thankful. Okay? And that experience reminded me of what I'm thankful for most at this season of my life. And that is my mentors. And when you right now, you're like, oh, that's kind of a stretch. Let me break it down. So that whole process I just went through is just like a mentor in my life. And they gave me the tools that I need. Mentors do. They give you the tools you need. This nurse had so much confidence in me, right? She knew I was going to be able to do this when I had no idea I could do this. In fact, sometimes that's what it feels like whenever I'm being mentored or coached by Lindsay Picardo or Alex Perry or my coach and like all of these different people. And it sounds like I'm listening to gibberish sometimes because I haven't done it myself. I'm learning through muffles and through hand signals, and that's what it feels like. I've not been there before, so it's easy for that to feel intimidating. They pushed me a little out of my comfort zone. I was pretty out of my comfort zone the other day. And at the end of the call or our time together, I'm feeling so confident, just like I did whenever I left the testing area. And oh, Anna says I sound and laugh just like my mom. Anna knows my mom pretty well. So the last thing is these mentors, they know that I grow, just like this nurse. I grow when I roll up the window and do the best I can. I grow when I roll up the window and do the best they can. Do the best I can. That's just like it was with this nurse. That's just like it is with a mentor, okay? And then the last thing here is the best part to me is that they're always on the other side of the glass in case I need them. They're always on the other side of the glass. They have combined a part of their life with me so that they can understand what I'm going through. They've invested a part of their life in me so that they could be close to me while I'm going through whatever I'm going through. And so, who's believing in you right now? Who's on the other side of the glass right now, coaching you through this time in your life? Coaching you through, maybe it's the craziness that COVID-19 has brought. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's a new opportunity. And guys, it's Thanksgiving week. If you're celebrating, it's Thanksgiving week. And if you're like me, I'm not going to be able to be with family. I had a COVID test this week. I don't know what's going on. I'm waiting on my results, but I'm not going to be able to be with family this year. Maybe you're not going to be able to either. It's very easy right now for us to go, man, I just can't find anything to be thankful for. Let's just like skip it, right? Like, let's just skip this thing. It's really easy this year to make excuses to forget about what there is to be thankful. But if you're going to be thankful for anything, if you're like me this year, be thankful for the folks that haven't left you. Be thankful for the folks on the other side of the glass with you, going through life with you. Be thankful for them. That sometimes, even though you don't understand or you're trying to understand and you can't read the signs, you can't figure out what they're telling you to do, you don't have enough confidence in yourself, there's people out there that have seen you through things. Be thankful for those folks this week. And if we want to intentionally, I say this every week, if we really intentionally want to set ourselves up and be successful in our work, in our marriages, in our life, whatever it is, a way that we can actually honor ourselves is by showing thankfulness and gratitude for those that have invested in us, those that are not going anywhere. Because that's one thing that hasn't changed this year. Something good is going to happen to you and through you this week. I got called out last week because I always say that at the very end. I forgot last week. Something good is going to happen to you and through you this week. I love you all. I will talk to you soon. Happy Thanksgiving, and be thankful for those. And continue to walk along with others yourself too, because there are people that are just so daggone thankful for you. So be that person and be thankful for those people. I will see you next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Live Live Session 8, I think. See y'all.